So I think it's time to take a step back and look at our big picture. Something not quite right here. I think maybe the color combinations are still too overwhelming. And the other thing I'm noticing is that having a black outline here and a black outline around the city, it just kind of, yeah, it's too much. Too much, too much. So let's make a couple of changes. Um, let's go back to our layer window. And our city looks like it's floating right now with the whole I can see the mountain underneath thing. So what I'm going to do is, if I click on the city and move it, I left all the lighting behind, which I still want to add some more lighting. But one of the really cool things is you can say edit and then select all. There's a bunch of possibilities here, but if you just do regular select all, now when I click and drag it, it actually brings all of the white parts with it. As long as I have everything else locked, this should be fairly straightforward. So now I can just add that in. So it's fairly simple. And then I'm going to lock the city, and I'm going to say the border's good. Yeah, I'll leave that there. We'll go to mountain number 2, and I'm going to unlock it. And I just think it's just too bold of a mountain. I'd like my mountain to fade into the background a little bit more. It's just a little bit too harsh of a color. Okay, so I'm just going to fade that one out, and the top piece there, I'm also going to fade that one out. I'll just choose a gray for right now. And the other thing is that the whole black outline business is really getting tiresome. So if I right click on stroke and say either unset or remove stroke, I'm just going to unset it. Then it kind of gives me the outline of the mountain without it saying there's a mountain here. You can just, yeah, okay, there's a mountain. Great, that's wonderful. So I'm just going to lock that mountain back up. I'm going to do the same thing to the city, just because it was a little bit too overblown. There we go. Now it's starting to fade. So I'm locking the city back up. And I'm going to go to mountain number 1, and I think because I changed the color on mountain number 2, mountain number 1 kind of needs a color change as well. So let's remove the stroke, and we'll drop. So let's see, what color are we at? We're about this color right now, so let's take one tone. Nope, that blends right in with the other one. And we'll take another tone down. Should I go another tone? Oh, that looks much better. Now you can see again the black outline of the snow is just not right. So I'm going to unset that and maybe make it a little bit more white if I can. That's not the right color for snow. So there's my browns. I'll be back in a second. Let's try a whiter white. About 2.5% gray. That one's better. And we'll do the same thing over here. So we'll choose the 2.5% gray and we'll unset stroke. So now everything's becoming more pale, and I've only got mountain 1 available right now. So I'm going to do, also under select all, you can see it says Control A. So I'm going to do the Control A. So I've got 3 pieces selected. I'm just going to drag them down so it doesn't quite look like there's a mountain underneath, in which case the city is flying in the air. But also, if there's a big gap here, it sort of looks wrong too. So I want to match it so it's just perfect, so that this line right here where the city is doesn't have grass above it. It just kind of blends right into the mountain. Okay. Now this mountain here is now too big and goes underneath there, which is again just wrong. So we're going to have to do some work on that one. So I'm going to lock down mountain 1, go into mountain 2, and I'm going to do a Control A. There's everything. And because I'm not really worried about it matching anything in specifics, I'm going to use the stretch feature. And And so I could make it look like that. Yes, I could. I could make it look like this. Yes, I could, but I think it'll blend in more if I just let it. So the city goes right up to the foothills of the mountain. Okay. So I'm not sure what kind of industry leaves that kind of sludge there, but sort of blending in a little bit more. I'm going to have some more things up here that I want to draw the eye away, but that's looking much better. I can, of course, drop this one another color there if I so choose. Down in there. I'm not feeling that. Let's give it the darker tone for now. Okay. So one last check. I'll lock that up. Throw the border up to the top. So now it's on top of that portion of the city. Everything's looking good. Okay. So that's just some minor adjustments. I might still add some more highlights to the city at some point. You should definitely have, I don't know, 8 or 10 highlights just to make it look like the sun is setting, and we'll go there, build on this next time.